Hello everyone, welcome back. I got two new Palmetto Dagger slides in, FDE colored and Sniper Gray. We're gonna test these out today. I've already got these OD green ones that came in last week. We already tested these out. These were working great. The nice thing is I didn't have to do any fitting work. I just threw in the barrel and the recoil spring, and the gun was just working. A lot of times when I'm building these guns, the slide and the barrel, they don't, they need to be kind of fitted. And what has to happen is there's a lot of resistance, and I have to take a file and kind of smooth out the barrel slide lockup, right? So that's pretty typical when you have parts coming from different places. But the OD green one, it worked great. Okay, both of these OD greens, just like I said, I just threw in the barrels, threw in the recoil springs, and the guns were perfect. No problems. These are excellent value. Palmetto's been running a sale, $120, right? And it ships. Here, let me show you one. It ships with the, you get the slide, you get the internal slide parts, okay, and you also get the suppressor height sights that give you a 1/3 coat in this, and they also give you a cover plate here. They give you a cover plate in case you don't want to immediately put on the optic. I'm at the point where I've built so many of these that I don't want to buy the current optics because the gun technology has kind of settled. I mean, basically, this is a Gen 3 Glock. That's basically a 1980s design. The pistol design has fully matured at this point. However, the optics are a continuing thing. So there's some new optics that we're expecting to come out now for 2022, and there'll be new optics that come out next year and the year after that. So the optics are going to continually improve, whereas we expect that the guns are not going to change that much from year to year. Okay, that's why the Gen 3 Glocks are still a very popular gun. Okay, so that's why I'm not in a rush to get optics for these slides. I'm gonna basically just keep them with the cover plate for now, and shoot them like that. Maybe I'll move an optic from from one gun that maybe I'm not shooting that much to one of these at some point. But that's besides the point. But the main thing here is that this is a great value, $120, and that includes the internal parts, right? So the slide parts cost like $50 by themselves. The suppressor height sights cost like almost $50 by themselves. So it's like you're getting the slide almost for free. Now, mind you, when I do pay like $60 for the suppressor height sights, I do get them with the tritium. These are blank. Okay, so these are blank. They don't have any, and that's fine. Most likely, the optic that I would put on this is something along the lines of an ACSS that kind of has that big 250 MOA circle, which helps you find the chevron in the center. So I rely less on the sights themselves. So let's first let me tell you guys what I'm trying to do with these slides as far as matching them up to a frame. The OD green ones that I got 2 weeks ago, I managed to get an OD green colored. Oops, wrong way. I managed to get an OD green colored frame. So obviously that's a perfect match. Initially, I was planning to put it on the desert colored. That's from Armor Ally, the desert camo color. But I think I'm going to put the FDE colored one on that. So that's going to look like that, right? And then the gray one, where's the gray one? What I'm going to do with this, because I mean, obviously it would match up with a gray one, but what I want to do is I want to do something different with that. I want to do what I did with this, right? So this is same color, Sniper Gray, except this is a G17. Same color. So what I want to do is I want to get a G19 frame with this color pattern on it, and that's in the G19 size, and that's going to take this slide over here. So that's what I'm planning to do with this, with that gray slide. So I'm still undecided on what I want to do with this frame. What I need is for Palmetto to make me a gold-colored slide. That would match up good with this. So yeah, so I'm not sure what I want to do with this one yet. The nice thing is that there's no rush to buy slides because the new ATF ruling is not affecting the slides. It's only affecting the frames. So basically, I'm just buying frames for myself, my kids, my grandkids. You know, the frames is what you need to get now. You have until August 10, 2022 to buy as many of these as you can possibly get and stack them up all the way to the trees over there. Okay, let's shoot this. Let's see how this thing shoots at. Put the ears on. So first thing I want to do is I'm just going to start with this. This is a gun, right? I don't want to say its name. I don't want to say that because I don't want the video to get flagged. But this is a firearm that I know works. Okay, so I haven't shot this in a while. Let's just test this out real quick. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a gun that we know works. Okay. This gun works. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is take this apart. Okay, so you want to basically isolate the slide from the firearm. So we know we got a good slide here, a good frame here, and basically once you get a good firearm that works, now you can take other parts and test it with these over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that slide on the side for now. And let's start with the sniper gray one over here. Let's put the barrel in there. Now I like using these stainless steel barrels from Hooper Gunworks. I get them on eBay. Right now I'm getting them for as cheap as like $60. At one point I was paying $100. I expect the prices are going to stay where they are, more or less, because the new ruling does not affect slides, barrels, or parts. It only affects the frames. So the price of the frames is going to go up, or not, or maybe not even be available. But the price of the slides and the barrels, I don't think is going to change. So get the frames now. Get the slides, and you can get the slides and barrels and parts later on. I'm going to borrow this recoil spring. One of the things I realized earlier is that I need more G19 recoil springs. So I'm going to borrow this one. I'm going to put that in here. All right. So now we're taking this new Palmetto slide and we're putting it on this frame that works. Magazine in there. Goes all the way to lockout. Perfect. No need to modify it or anything. Just throw in there a stainless steel barrel. Thing's good to go, man. No modifications necessary. Take this out. The OD green ones we already tested last week, so that's just going to go on the side. We know that both of these OD green ones work. Let's try this FDE colored one now. Right. So we're going to borrow right now we're sharing this recoil spring. Can't believe I've run out of G19 recoil springs. I ordered like 10 of these just today. Okay, here we go. Put that in there. Again, putting it on this frame that we know is good. Okay. All the way to lockout. Excellent. Perfect. I mean, no modifications necessary. So far, that is 4 of these Palmetto Dagger slides that I have tested for you guys. All right, I tested these 2 OD green ones, and now I've tested this sniper gray one and this FDE colored one. And they work great. So, you know, with this, especially with, we know for sure that it works great with the Hooper Gunworks stainless steel barrel. Don't get the barrels that have coloring on them. Like, don't get like black colored barrels, unless you're getting it from Glock, right? Because Glock uses a different coloring process. When you're getting barrels from aftermarket companies, what they do is they basically just coat it over, right? So that adds extra material to it. It basically adds resistance to your barrel. It increases the break-in period, and also it comes off, right? As the barrel's going back and forth and the parts are moving against each other, the paint is going to come off anyway from the barrel. So there's no point in putting it on there. So I advise just getting, you know, unless you're getting a Glock fat OEM barrel, or from a company that uses the same coating process as Glock, just get yourself a stainless steel barrel. It looks pretty good anyway. I like the stainless steel a lot. So yeah, I just gotta wait for. Where are you? So I'm gonna take this recoil spring out. Okay, so these are gonna go. So as soon as I get the recoil springs, I'll put them together with those slides. Put this one back where it belongs. Back on the gun. Excellent. And one of the things I'm going to say about the cuts, because one of the things you'll notice, a couple of differences with these. Oh, let me get the barrel out of there. A couple of things that stand out about these Palmetto Dagger slides. Obviously, you see this one over here. It's got the window cuts. Window cuts look really good, right? They look really nice. One of the bad things about the window cuts is that dirt and debris can get in there. One of the things that I learned, I was actually doing a mud test on the Holosun 507C optic, where I was basically putting mud in the optic to see how long it would take me to clear it out. I did a video on that. You can just look up mud test Holosun 507C optic in my channel, and you'll find the mud test that I did. But what happened is that the gun itself failed about the same time as at the point, you know, at the point where I couldn't see the reticle. The gun was not working anymore, and the reason was because of the window cuts. Mud got into the internals of the gun, and obviously the slide is going back and forth against the barrel. So mud got in there, in between the slide frame barrel, and the gun stopped working. So one of the benefits of these, one of the benefits of the Palmetto Dagger slides is they do not have the window cuts, so it's harder for debris to get in there. The other thing is, if you notice, it's really tapered over here, which I thought is really ingenious, because when you go to holster, that's going to go a little bit easier into the holster versus the box design that most of my slides have. All right, so that's an interesting feature that Palmetto added. Right, they tapered it so it goes into the holster a little bit easier. And you know, they give you it's an RMR cut, and they give you the little optic posts here, right, that insert into the optic, and basically this way these posts absorb the recoil rather than the screws, and that's really important. One of my first slides did not have posts, and it basically would lose zero. The optic would come loose within a few hundred rounds. The ones that have posts, they'll go for thousands of rounds, and it's just not an issue. I mean, I've never had an optic lose zero that had the posts on it. Okay, so it's really good that Palmetto makes their slides with these little optic posts. Other people call them bosses. It's another name for these things. I think there's something else, but whatever. So yeah, so this is a great slide, especially at $120. You know, they're giving you I mean, you're not getting the barrel, but for $120, you're getting a slide, you're getting the slide parts, right? And it comes already installed, and you're getting the suppressor height sights already installed, and they have a 1/3 co-witness, and you also get the cover plate, right? So you also get the cover plate. If you buy this by itself, this thing's like $10 by itself, right? When I get the suppressor height sights, they usually cost somewhere between I usually end up paying about $60, but I usually get the ones with tritium. If you get them blank, they're cheaper. They could be like $40. Now, because these are blank, right? There's no tritium or nothing over there. I'm gonna probably wanna put like something like the Holosun 507 ACSS, which has that 250 MOA circle, which kind of helps you find the center. I think that's gonna match up great to this gun since there's no tritium in the, so these iron sights are like purely backup, because especially at low light conditions, or at night, but it doesn't even have to be at night. It just has to be like dim. You can't see the iron sights. So yeah, this really needs to be. I mean, this slide was intended really to be used with an optic. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm very happy with these dagger slides from Palmetto. We've got 4 of them here. They're working great with no problems. If you are having a problem, it's most likely your barrel or your frame. It's not likely going to be the slide. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you all soon, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel at Odyssey. It's called Pocono Tactical. This way, if YouTube shuts me down over here, you can find me over there, right? So it's Pocono Tactical at Odyssey. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all soon.